It is indeed strange times where a lie requires no explanation, but the truth requires 1,000 proof. This is a reflection on the frustrating aspect of human psychology and how it echoes other observations about the deceptive nature of lies and the demanding standards held for the truth. I find it astounding that people, especially today, easily believe in a lie but demand an endless proof to accept the truth. The question that comes to mind, which is a twofold question: why a lie requires no explanation, and why the truth requires 1,000 proofs. And since we're only interested in the truth, it is a constant challenge to the preconceived notions of our modern time. And like a lie that leverages existing beliefs, the truth may force people to confront uncomfortable facts or reevaluate their worldview. And people don't want to do that. They would rather live in a lie than face the truth. And this often leads them to demand overwhelming evidence before they accept any new information. That's why 1,000 truths might be needed to overcome the past deceptions. The truth is often complex and filled with nuances. When explaining something that is actually true, one may have to provide multiple layers of context, data, and evidence to counter simpler, more emotionally appealing falsehoods. Because a human perception can be limited and biased, so it is a natural part of a discerning mind to be skeptical and require verification. This search for proof is what allows people to feel confident that what they know is in fact true. But here's the dilemma. What about the people that hear the truth but never listen? They see the signs but never reflect. They speak words but never seek understanding. The Quran describes them with piercing clarity. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم صم بكم عمي فهم لا يرجعون. صدق الله العظيم. The meaning of the translation: deaf, dumb, and blind, so they will not return. This isn't about physical disability. It's about willful rejection of truth. In this verse, Allah Azza wa Jal warns about those who hear the truth but refuse to internalize it. They see the signs but turn away deliberately. They are described as deaf, summun, because they shut their ears to revelation, and dumb, bukmun, because they refuse to speak the truth, and blind, umyun, because they close their eyes to guidance. And this isn't a statement of fate. It's a judgment on arrogance. The great scholar Ibn Kathir, rahimahullah, explains that they are described with these terms because they block themselves from the truth, not because they lack faculties. Subhanallah. When the heart chooses denial, the ears stop hearing, the tongue stops speaking right, and the eyes stop seeing straight. This is a spiritual disease, something that is self-inflicted. And the Islamic theology teaches that guidance is both a gift and a responsibility. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves. So if a person repeatedly rejects guidance, Allah Azza wa Jal seals their hearts, not out of injustice, but because they rejected it willfully. Imam al-Ghazali said that the heart is like a mirror. If you cover it with arrogance and sin, it reflects nothing. And this is not about ignorance. This is about arrogance. Because Pharaoh saw the signs. Abu Jahl heard the Quran. And today many hear the message of Islam, but mock it. It's not that they can't believe. It's that they don't want to believe, which is very sad. Today it's even more obvious. People know the Quran exists. They know Islam calls for worshiping the one true God. They see Muslims living with purpose. But what do they choose? To mock, to twist the facts, and to drown themselves in distractions. This is exactly what Allah Azza wa Jal described. Willful ignorance is the disease of modern arrogance. My brother Malcolm X once said, if you're not careful, the media will have you hating the people who are oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Because blindness isn't always in the eyes, it's in the heart. And when a heart rejects the truth repeatedly, it becomes a heart that does not want to see. So I'm asking you, do you hear but refuse to listen? Do you see but refuse to reflect? Because the truth will never force itself on you. But if you reject it enough times, you may never see it again. Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Quran, indeed, it is not the eyes that are blind, but the hearts within the chests. So don't be among the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. Open your heart before it's too late. And subscribe for honest, timeless truths. Leave your questions below. We're not afraid of dialogue. Open the Quran and discover the God of Abraham, Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad, peace be upon them all.